Intelligence can be split into many different kinds, and humans just so happen to have the highest general purpose intelligence. It allows humans to perform abstract reasoning,
I said GG.
communication, planning, and technology creation. But other species may be smarter than us in other specific kinds of intelligence. This is why some creatures can play Fortnite while others can't, but they can memorize routes hundreds of kilometers away while Fortnite Boy can't. But which animal is the closest to humans? The great apes like chimpanzees and bonobos share over 98% of our DNA and have similar brain structures. Chimps think and survive a lot like us, so why can humans build this and this, but chimps can't? It's because humans have around 3 times the brain volume of a chimp, and our prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for planning and long-term decision-making, is more developed. Chimps also can't invent and use a language like humans do, but they can learn signs or symbols. Kanzi was a bonobo from Atlanta that was able to communicate over 3,000 English words. He used a symbolic keyboard called a lexigram. The symbols include objects like yogurt, key, tummy, bowl, activities like chase, tickle, and adjectives like now and bad. Kanzi once touched the symbols for marshmallow and fire, even though nobody taught him that combination. He was then given matches and marshmallows, snapped twigs and lit them for fire, and started roasting the marshmallows. But Kanzi can also understand words that aren't a part of his keyboard and respond to commands like carry the TV outdoors. At Coburg, Germany, lights at an aquarium kept short-circuiting for days. Staffs fixed the lights in the morning, but the problem would repeat the next night. On the third night, they decided camp in the aquarium to see what's happening. Surprisingly, they caught Otto, their octopus, shooting water at the lights. Otto has been annoyed by the lamp, so he would climb out of his tank and squirt water at the lights above him every night. More interestingly, Otto was smart enough to short-circuit the lights with water. Otto was also once seen juggling hermit crabs, his fellow tankmates. Dolphins, more specifically bottlenose dolphins, are another animal that understands sign language. Not only do they know the meaning of individual words, they also understand the words when they form a sentence. When told to touch the frisbee with your tail and then jump over it, they responded correctly on the first try. This shows understanding and not repeated training. They don't just memorize signals either. When they are told to do something new, they would do a trick never seen and never taught. Bottlenose dolphins use their communication skills among their species like humans do. They begin by babbling and eventually build their own language. By 20 months, they will be able to create a language with communication patterns. It's only a matter of time before one of them learns English. In 2002 at the University of Oxford, scientists conducted a study on a crow's intelligence in tool choice. The contestant crow was named Betty, and they had set up a small bucket of food inside a tube, out of Betty's reach. They prepared 2 tools for Betty, a straight garden wire and a hook-shaped wire. They wanted to see if Betty was smart enough to choose the hook. But another crow had taken the hook and flew away. Betty, without prior training, took the straight wire and bent it into a hook by wedging it against the tube. She then used her self-made hook to hook up the bucket of food. The scientists were shocked because they were testing a crow's choice but accidentally caught its innovation. Tool use in animals is rare in itself, but tool creation shows that they can problem solve in a completely new situation. But to answer the question, humans are still the smartest species on Earth, or at least has the most intelligence to take over the world.
What the hell?
Interestingly enough, animals are surprisingly not too far behind, and there isn't seem to be a kind of animal to be much smarter than the rest. As we saw that mammals, sea creatures, and birds are all intelligent in their own way. Bye.